You are welcome again. We are still solving limit under calculus. Now let's take this question. Evaluate the limit if it exists. Lim as x approaches 0, square root of 1 plus s squared minus 1 all over s squared. Okay? We have lim as x approaches 0, square root of 1 plus s squared minus 1 all over s squared. Okay, before we start, let's plug in 0 wherever we see x, and let's see what we're going to get. So if you do so, we're going to have 0 all over 0. Alright, so we're going to solve this so that we will not have 0 all over 0 when we plug in 0 wherever we see x. So it's possible. Let's see how to do that. We have lim as x approaches 0, square root of 1 plus x squared minus 1 all over s squared times, we're going to multiply this by the conjugate of the numerator. So the conjugate is going to give us square root of 1 plus s squared plus 1. You get it? You know, our numerator, we're having square root of 1 plus s squared minus 1. So we change the minus 1 to what? Plus 1 now. And then all over square root of 1 plus s squared plus 1. So you discover that this conjugate that we are multiplying it now, we are having conjugate divided by conjugate. So any number divided by itself, what will it give you? 1. Multiply by any other number, it will still give you what? The same thing. So we get a conjugate divided by conjugate, which will give us 1. Multiply by the function given to us. That means nothing will change. But please wait, let's solve and see what we're gonna get. Okay, now let's go. We're gonna have lim as x approaches 0, square root of 1 plus s squared minus 1 in bracket, square root of 1 plus s squared plus 1 in bracket, all over x squared, you open bracket, square root of 1 plus s squared plus 1. Yes, you know, this is the same thing with what we have above. Alright, now let's go. When you perform the operation in a numerator, you are going to have lim as x approaches 0, 1 plus x squared in bracket minus 1. Hello? I don't think you get it. Yeah, if you don't, please watch our tutorial on conjugate operation. You understand better, alright? So we're going to have 1 plus x squared in bracket minus 1 all over s squared, you open bracket, square root of 1 plus s squared plus 1. Okay, now let's go. In a numerator, let's open this bracket. We're going to have 1 plus s squared minus 1. So 1 minus 1 will give us 0. So we are having s squared alone in a numerator. So we are having lim as x approaches 0, x squared all over x squared, you open bracket, square root of 1 plus s squared plus 1. Okay, good. Now here, let's see what we are going to do. We have s squared. I'm going to divide it by s squared. So s squared divided by s squared will give us what? 1. So we are having 1 in our numerator. And then in our denominator, we're having s squared too. Then we'll say s squared divided by s squared. What will it give us? It will give us 1. Then 1 multiplied by the other number under the denominator, we are going to have square root of 1 plus s squared plus 1. Alright, now let's go. We are having lim as x approaches 0, 1 all over square root of 1 plus s squared plus 1. Okay, from here let's insert 0 wherever we see x. So we are going to have 1 all over square root of 1 plus 0 squared plus 1. So if you perform this operation, we're going to have lim as x approaches 0, 1 all over 2. 1 all over 2. That is to say, when you say square root of 1 plus 0, what will it give you? To give you square root of 1. Then square root of 1 is 1. 1 plus 1, 2. So we're having 1 all over 2. Yes. Thank you for watching. Please keep practicing and then Keep watching. If you have not subscribed, please do.